Well, hey there, Papper people. Guess what? The Vcom is back in stock. I was contacted by cpapsupplies.com. They got a little upset with me because I didn't let them know I was gonna be doing a Vcom video. And the influencer marketing was so overwhelming. They sold out, I think, everywhere. But the good news is they are back in stock today. And guess what? It's not 30 bucks because here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna add this to your cart. You're going to view cart, you're gonna edit cart, and you're gonna apply the discount code, which is 20 Lanky, and you're actually only gonna pay $24. Yep, that's right. Who says influencer marketing doesn't work?
I'd like to ask if now is a bad time to try to renegotiate our rates?
That's kind of creepy. What I wanted to share with you today is comments about the Vcom. People who have actually used it. We've had plenty of stuff go back and forth in the comment section. I actually really did anticipate that. I like the skeptics. I really do. It's when the skeptics become dicks. Actually, I don't care about that either. I'm a dick too. The important thing is the people that have used it. I'm gonna start off because there have not been negative comments with it, and it's very important to share those negative comments. The negative comments I have heard in doing my PAP therapy analysis with people through AXG Sleep Diagnostics. That's my company. So one of the things is they don't like that the IPAP is lower than the EPAP when using Vcom. They feel like it's much more difficult to exhale. And I say that because the EPAP tends to be higher. You tend to have a higher EPAP. Now for most people, I would say the vast majority, it feels like less pressure. There's some people that are very sensitive to it when the EPAP is higher. So one of the things that they're gonna notice is they feel like it's difficulty exhaling. Now this is super important, and actually Vcom, or I should say SleepRes, mentioned this in their white paper and their instructions. You have to be properly coached on how to breathe. This is the same for anyone on CPAP. So very, very quick. Inhaling is easy, it's an active process. I'm talking without CPAP. When you exhale, you just relax. It should be no different with CPAP. So with CPAP, you're feeling inflated and you're relaxing, but you don't feel like you're getting all that air out. That's normal. You don't want to fight with that. You don't want to push it out. That gets you into a world of hurt with or without the Vcom. So it's no different. You should always be coached on that. There is a way to breathe with CPAP. It's the same as you breathe without CPAP on. It's just you have to wrap your head around that feeling of you're never feeling like you're getting all the air out. Okay, that's the only negative I have heard with Vcom. Let's talk about the positives, and here we go. These are your words, not mine. Let's head on over to the computer. Now, as we do this, I'm going to apologize because this is actually recorded in different days. Let's see if my smooth editing skills can make this appear as if this is all one cohesive video. This is me. We're gonna look at my data, okay? I know some of you get mad. So we're gonna look at the 15th and the 17th. Look, fixed at 12, fixed at 12. This one is with Vcom and I'm using tape. Looks pretty damn good, doesn't it? Kind of sputtering along there, looks pretty nice, beautiful. Now, if I go to the 17th, you're gonna say, wow, that doesn't look bad. So without the Vcom, guess what happened? All the data looks pretty good. It's actually, I would argue, slightly, ever so slightly worse. But you could say, Jason, you're being biased. What I'm not biased about is over here, puffer fish central, and I pulled the mask off, ripped off the tape, and didn't use it the rest of the night. And after that night, I felt like crap. For me, the Vcom actually helps me keep it on. It keeps it more comfortable. Like I said, keeps me from doing the cheek puffing thing, keeps me asleep, keeps my wife happy. I get it. You guys don't want to hear about me. Let's hear about someone else. Now, this is another person who allowed me to use their data. This is from our original PAP therapy analysis. Now, there is a whole section in here about treatment emergent central sleep apnea. I believe I bookmarked it on page 28. Right here, I'm gonna try to post this, but treatment emergent sleep apnea, this guy is living at elevation. He's in Salt Lake City. He was having really bad central apnea. It's kind of like periodic breathing. Now let's take a look at what happened. You can read the study all you want. That's fine. You should totally read studies. It's very, very important to look at studies. But here's his actual data. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and toggle through. Look at that central apneas he's having. These are horrible, really bad. But then he would have periods where it looks like he needs more pressure. Now, normally you'd say, oh, right over here, let's go ahead and decrease, whoops. You normally say, let's go ahead and decrease the pressure for centrals, but then the pressure is the same, and all of a sudden he's having like these clear obstructive apneas. Whoa, no, whoa. What do we do now? That's like overlap syndrome. Crap, we need bilevel. Well, he didn't go to bilevel. What he did is he suffered for a while, and then he got a Vcom. And you want to see what happened with his Vcom? Still on 10. This is 10. This is him using the Vcom. Look at that flow rate. That is actually perfect. Oh, is that just like a fluke? Let's check the next night. Perfect. Oh, maybe that's just a fluke also. Let's go ahead and move on to the 9th. Looking pretty damn good. Now what I did is I looked at his most recent data and I said, hey, maybe up it just a smidge, up it like by 1, because I found it, I had to increase mine by like 1 or 2 to make it work right. Drew Bolt, Jason, based on your recommendation, I started using the Vcom 2 weeks ago today. My pressure is at 16. And without the Vcom, I was a human pufferfish and was blowing out my tape almost nightly. I was also struggling with aerophagia. Since using the Vcom, both of these issues are 95% resolved. Did I say percent? Percent resolved. Thank you. So this is the commenter. These are 2 consecutive nights. He actually emailed this to me and asked if I would share it. Or he said, you can share it. I think he wanted me to share it. 2 consecutive nights, and you can see what it looks like. This is without the Vcom. This is also using tape. He's using tape on both nights, but this is without the Vcom. He says it blew through his tape, just blew it out. Now the very next night is right here. And you can see those leak values, though not perfect, you can see how it results in a much better flow rate pattern up on the top. That is massive improvement. Will Kendall here writes, if this helps with my aerophagia, it'll be a miracle. I need 19. But with pressures of above 13, I get aerophagia really bad. Now, DJ Carlos here says he had the same problem at 13, so when he had to go up to 16, it was horrible. Then he got the Vcom, and it worked out great. Now, this guy did a Sleep HQ analysis with me. Initially, you can see he was on APAP. He had massive mouth leaks. The pressure also wasn't right. When the leak finally was gone, we could see that the pressure was off. And let's go ahead and see what it looks like today. But you can see now his mouth leaks are gone entirely. Looks like he could use just slight pressure increases. These look like they are periods of REM where he's getting diminished pressure. That's okay, simple fix, but he is commenting that his sleep is much, much better at this point. Let's move on to the next dude. I've been talking so much, I need a little cranberry juice. Here, it's good for your urethra. So here's a comment from, I did a PAP therapy analysis with him. He is a physician from Seattle. He started using the Vcom and loves it. But he said, I watched your Vcom video and bought one on Amazon. Tried it last night for the first time. Holy shit, it felt fine. Maybe a little more resistance when exhaling. But look at my numbers today, screenshot attached. I know it was only one night and I woke up in the middle of the night for a few hours and then went back to bed, but my early mornings are usually my worst. And this time, no. I will see what happens over the next few nights, but I am shocked. A little piece of plastic with 4 holes in it, that solved the problem? Maybe. All the best, hope you're well. He actually responded 2 more times. The second night wasn't as good as the first, but 3rd and 4th nights were. Now, thank you very much to all those sharing your data or allowing me to share your data, sharing your stories. There's plenty of more positive comments in the comment section on this video. A lot of people saying, man, this works exactly like you said. And I appreciate those comments. If you have a negative comment about it, I do want to hear from you also. I'm not trying to, as people implied, shill for the product. I'll let the product speak for itself. I'm just trying to bring awareness to something that certainly helped me out. I know it's helped several other people out, and I'm comfortable in promoting it in that regard. Now, I'm not going to do any more videos on this, with one exception. If I get a ton of negative comments, I got to mention that. And if I can verify that with data, I'm not just going to believe you. Like, you notice all these are verified. The other thing is I want to do an interview with Dr. No. I want to hear him in his own words talk about the product and how he came to the conclusions he did. I'm very interested in hearing that. So if I do another Vcom video, it's going to be on that. And I do have some hard-hitting questions for him. We're gonna really hold his feet to the fire. Like I said, the Vcom is back in stock, Please pick it up at cpapsupplies.com. You can use my link in the comment section down below. cpapsupplies.com is sponsoring this channel. They don't tell me what to say. They just advertise on the channel, but I stand by them as a company. So far, they have been great and they're very responsive when people have problems. So do me a favor and help out the company that is helping out this channel in bringing free, unbiased, whether you believe it or not, information to you. One more thing I almost forgot to mention, in the comment section down below, I'm going to have a link to the white paper. That is the paper that I referenced, goes through all of the data of what they have. At this point, it is live on their website, but I will have a link for it in the description box down below. If you haven't at this point, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Thank you to all watching, but an extra thick thanks, buddy, to Doug Toombs, Jason Georgiades, Patricia Espelong, Sarvesh Joshi, Stuart Hetherington, Mona Swearingen, Chungtu Chen, Edward Steiner, and Shannon Kerr, and another slightly less thick thanks, buddy, to all the other YouTube members, Patreon supporters, and other stuff.